The Mormon Church is growing, and the religion projects an image of wholesomeness and family values that have made it appealing to many. But there is a darker side. The church rejects all the basic teachings of Christianity and leads its people on a path away from God. Most Mormons are good people under the influence of a bad church. For decades, many Christian groups have worked to reach out to Mormons. The most common approach has been to point out obvious doctrinal problems and clear scriptural errors. But those techniques have generally not succeeded in changing hearts, because winning an argument doesn't win a soul.
Because almost all of them debate Mormonism rather than witnessing Christ. And so what we want to do is use the power of God's Word instead of human reason to try to reach Mormons.
This innovative approach is the centerpiece of an exciting new organization called Truth and Love Ministry, led by Reverend Mark Cares.
It's a mission field of 14 million people that really is not being reached very well.
Rather than take a scattershot approach, Truth and Love Ministry carefully targets specific groups within the Mormon community. The first effort aimed at Mormon women in their 20s and 30s, a time of life when many feel burdened by the demands of their church and unworthy of God's love.
They are discouraged to work outside the home. They are encouraged to have large families. They are almost demanded to give large percentages to the church. You know, you got time pressure, money pressures, a lot of kids and so forth. Makes for a formula for a lot of stress.
For a Mormon woman, the only way to react to this stress is to try to be perfect. Truth and Love Ministry addresses this head on.
They're trying to be worthy, trying to be perfect, trying to be forgiven, and then using God's gospel to address their stress points. And that's probably one of the biggest differences in our approach. We try to go where they're at and talk to where they're at.
So how does Truth and Love Ministry reach this group? The first step was this: the HisHealingNow.com website, carefully designed with the message Mormon women need to hear, that they are worthy right now through faith in Jesus. It's a message they're not hearing anywhere else. From day one, Mormon women have responded with gratitude.
But she said, I wish my sister would have seen these billboards 2 months ago before she committed suicide. You know, that's a pretty powerful statement. The day later, we got this email from a 68-year-old Mormon woman who said, I've been struggling to feel worthy for 40 years.
But how will Mormon women find this site? That question was addressed in the next phase of the ministry's plan. Billboards like this were launched in our first target community. Corresponding postcards were also mailed to more than 15,000 families. Then, Truth and Love Ministry contacted the media. The result was a blitz of media coverage, nearly all positive, in the target communities and beyond. Newspapers and TV stations as far as 200 miles away covered the story.
Not to bash Mormons or anything, but to point out those differences and then to talk about the ramifications of those differences.
Cares founded the Truth and Love Ministry in 2005. His mission? To reach out to those Mormons who feel disconnected from their church.
We have a sense of urgency that the people in Mormonism will be lost.
The media coverage helped boost attendance at a series of seminars put on by Truth and Love Ministry, created to help Christians learn the best ways to reach out to their Mormon friends. Pastors and lay people from many denominations were grateful for the instruction.
Another pastor at that seminar said, we've been praying for something like this for years. You guys are our answer to our prayers. And you know, that's kind of powerful stuff.
Truth and Love Ministry is now hitting its stride. With the first test campaign behind us, we can now apply the lessons learned to new campaigns in larger markets. We're also planning efforts aimed at Mormon men and Mormon teens.
We have a tremendous mission field. We have a strategy that the Lord has led us to that is, He's blessing. And we have a whole lot of really good ideas, and we would love to really expand our ministry to reach more and more Mormons. Our mission statement is to get as many Mormons into heaven as possible.
Truth in Love Ministry is developing a wide range of approaches to reach Mormon people, from cutting-edge tools like YouTube, Google, and blogs, to more traditional methods like seminars and one-on-one witnessing.
Being able to witness directly to LDS and stuff, and see God right before my eyes, see them come from darkness into light.
Why is Truth in Love Ministry so aggressively pursuing its goals? Because that's what God tells us to do, to preach the good news, to reach out with the gospel. And Mormons represent the largest non-Christian group in America. No one is reaching them quite like the Truth in Love Ministry.
We really thank all the people who have supported us with their prayers, with their financial support, with their interest, with their witnessing to Mormons. We really thank all the people who have been behind us and encouraging us.
God has blessed this ministry, but it needs the support of people like you. Truth in Love Ministry uses funds efficiently and carefully. Your contributions are maximized to reach our Mormon friends with the best news they will ever hear.
Someday, there's going to be some Mormon coming up to you in heaven saying, thank you. Thank you for doing that support. You can't beat that.